Hey friends, back in the studio on this second part of our series on annual reports due to the Texas Comptroller. Hope everybody's doing great. We are sending out well wishes, prayers, and positivity to lift up those who have been hit the hardest during the coronavirus pandemic, especially those who've been furloughed or lost their jobs. We are hoping that things return to normal soon for your sake and your family's sake. And we're sending those well wishes, of course, to our community, our state, around the world. It's been a long, tough road, and we're getting back to normalcy here in North Texas, and hope that you all will be back in the saddle again and back to normal as quickly as possible, or certainly the new normal, with social distancing and 25% capacity, and see how that eases into it. But things that you got to remember to do every May in the state of Texas is your annual reports to the tax collection agency of the Texas Secretary of State. So Texas is open for business, y'all. It's a great place to be open for business, but you do have to remember that once a year you have to file an annual report regarding your franchise tax, and that's generally for LLCs and any other entity doing business in the state of Texas. And the state of Texas wants a report of what the gross earnings for that business was. And don't worry, the threshold for taxation is 1.2 million, if memory serves. And while the state of Texas can be very aggressive and creative, and I've actually litigated a case against the Texas Attorney General Comptroller's office regarding taxes, they can also be very flexible and very, for the most part, very professional and easy to work with. But on the other hand, they want their, provide unto Caesar that which is Caesar's. They want their tax revenue. And if you're like most businesses in Texas, you're under that tax threshold, you're just going to file a no tax due report. You can do that through the Comptroller's website, and that's a fairly easy thing to do. And you just simply calculate up your gross revenue. You make sure you have your principal offices and everything listed and everything's correct, and you file the report. And that is the end of that situation for a lot of Texans. Now, the Texans who fall above the tax due threshold, it's a little more complicated. They do have to make that disclosure, and they may have to provide documentations, and then of course they have to provide the tax revenue to the Texas Comptroller. But that is only one step of a two-step process regarding keeping your business alive and healthy in the Texas business framework. Please like, subscribe, and share. I'll touch on the other step in the next video series. I love doing these videos for you. I mean them to be positive, uplifting, and helpful, informative. If you have questions, leave a comment or direct message on any of the video platforms that you see this message on, and I will reply to it in a direct message or in a subsequent video series responding to that question. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk about the step 2 in the Texas 2-step of keeping your health, your company's health in good shape during the annual reporting period, which is every May in the state of Texas.